Alexia Timothy for GetLIVVE. I'm from GetLIVVE. This is Alexia Timothy.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
um, Found out about Alexia through a mutual friend. So, Alexia, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am 26 years old. I grew up with a whole bunch of siblings. Um, I'm kind of a nerd. I've been in school since I was 3. Currently working on my 4th degree right now. Well, 4th and 5th degree. My master's. I'm multifaceted. I like to do a lot of different things as far as music, writing, photography, just helping people, teaching, and doing what I can. Love kids. I work with them, but I don't have any yet. And that's pretty much a sum of who I am.
Okay. So you like to do other things just besides poetry and writing books. So
Yep.
how does, I want to say, photography come into play?
Well, I started doing photography 7 years ago, along with journalism. One of my DJ friends' manager actually was looking for someone to do photography, and I was like, oh yeah, I can take a couple pictures. And he said I caught on really quick, and I was the only one who he left by by myself. And from there, it was kind of just like, all right, cool, you're on my team, rocking out. So I started doing that, and then one of my other friends linked me up with this person that needed a journalist. So I was like, oh yeah, I love to write. I'm down. So I would do interviews with different artists, underground or widely known, and go to different media sessions and listening sessions and things like that. And I would bring my camera along with me, and then kind of just do it like that. So.
Okay. So out of all the things that you do, is writing or poetry like your base, like your main thing?
I would say I've been writing since I was 8, and I've been actually recording it down on paper since I was 12. So it's the one thing that I've been doing for the longest.
Yeah, okay. So is How to Live Right your first book?
Yeah, I actually wrote that when I was 12, and finished it when I was 16. And it wasn't until I started my master's program where I met up with one of my classmates, and she was in the process of publishing her book and told me about it. And so I got on it and went through the process myself.
Well, that's an amazing book, I have to say, because the different chapters you have. I saw there's one chapter called Trust. There's another chapter called Lead and Follow. So yeah, that book is amazing. But like, how did you come up with the idea? Like, what led you to write that book?
I honestly don't know. It was during the summertime, and I was writing, rhymes and songs and things like that. And the idea just came to me like, I'm bored. I think I should write like a story. So I just decided to write it, and it just kept going. And I was like, okay. And I know that people don't necessarily like to read that much, so I decided to put it in rhyme because a lot of people listen to music, a lot of people listen to or read lyrics and poems and stuff like that, and they just like, oh yeah, but they don't consider it reading. So I was like, well, I guess if I want people to read my book, then I'm gonna make it rhyme so that they can read it and they won't think of it as intimidating. So.
Okay. You were saying that you started writing at the age of 8. When did you realize that writing was not only like something you like to do, but it was actually like a natural skill you had, and that you could probably inspire somebody with the words that you write down or something like that?
I would say, well, it started with my family because whenever I would write something, I would be like, hey guys, all right, listen to this, and they'd be like, oh, it's good. And then I started writing things for my friends, and they'd be like, oh, that really encouraged me. Or I'll post it in like the school newsletter, and people would be like, oh, you wrote that, that's really nice. And then I started entering into different contests, and I actually was a semi-finalist for one of the contests, and I was just like, oh, people actually like my stuff. Okay, like I do it. At first, I started doing it just as a hobby, just because I was to myself and I'm very observant, so I just write down what I see or how I feel. And when people started to give me like positive feedback on it, I was just like, oh, word, I love doing this, and people actually like when I do it, so I'm gonna keep doing it to help them and myself. So I would say over the years, I would say around 14 is when I realized it was more of a passion, and that's when I have like books and books of different things. So.
Okay. So is like inspirational writing more of like I would say the genre you like to do, or are there like other genres of writing and poetry you like to do?
I like a mixture of things. Inspirational. I like mythological. I like. I'm really weird. I have a variety of of genres that I like to do, but like this was just something I decided to write just because my second book is more spiritual. My third book is more of is a series, so it's more of a compilation of like drama and romance and just suspense and thrills and so I want to do something different every time I write something, so people don't know what to expect.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were saying, I heard you earlier when you were talking about your multifaceted. You like to do poetry, you like to do photography. Did I hear you say you like to do music as well?
Yeah, I play the violin, I sing, I rap, and yeah.
What's your best, I'm gonna say best chapter, but what's your favorite chapter in your book?
Um, I don't really
And
have a
why?
favorite. I don't really have a favorite. Um, I think each chapter has something that somebody can get something out of, and I like all of it. Like even though I wrote it so long ago, I still read it from time to time, and it's just like, oh wow, this is relevant for today. So I don't know. I'm blessed by like the whole thing.
So it's like a reach back and get it type thing with this book.
Yeah.
Is there like a website people can
Yep.
find you at?
I have a Hotmail account, Alexia Timothy at Hotmail. Baby3girl21 at Gmail. I have Facebook under Alexia Timothy. Twitter and Instagram under Intellects. I have a LinkedIn under my name. And the book, there's links that are on my page that can be found. There's also on Amazon, on godschildpublications.net, and in a bookstore right now. So I'm looking to make it more global.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the hardest city of Philadelphia comes a town like you. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Because here in the city of brotherly love, we don't get too much love because all we see is the down parts of Philly. So it's always nice to know there are great people, great talents in our city.
Thank you.
So, everybody, y'all need to get this book because it's going to be a real eye catcher real soon. So it's going to be going off the shelves a lot. So you need to get it while it's hot. And that's about it. Thank you for your time, Alexia.
Thank you.